Harvest, plant, and celebrate native bean tree abundance before the rains on June 24th. Desert Harvesters is organizing events to help people dramatically enhance the quality of their harvests, what they make with them, and how to better rhyme with the Sonoran Desert's annual cycles. Joining us to tell us more is Brad Lancaster and Amy Valdez-Schwemm. Welcome.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Well, I'm very intrigued. Why are you having an event in the summer?
Because we're getting ready for the rains. In preparations for the rains, we're going to do all of our harvesting and get ready to plant. And to instead of having events in November, we're going to be having them in preparation for the rain.
And harvesting sounds such like a powerful word. What does that really mean? What do we need to be doing right now?
Well, what it means we need to be doing is keeping an eye out on our favorite trees that are on our regular walkways in our neighborhoods, keeping an eye on when you see flowers, when you see green pods, and as you see the ripening pods, and collect them off the tree before the wind takes them to the ground and before they get rained on, when they're at their tastiest and safest.
Okay, so that's before they hit the ground. That's good to know because I had no idea. Now tell us, what is all of this here on the table?
Oh yeah, so Desert Harvesters talks a lot about harvesting mesquite, because that's what we have, our mesquite hammer mill, to process the beans much more quickly than you would be able to at home. But we're looking for the native mesquite pods, mostly the velvet, and possibly the screw bean, and some people at higher elevations, the honey mesquite pods. So we're looking for those when they're nice and they're the beautiful straw color, and they fall off the tree like that,
okay, and
they snap. But we're also expanding this year. We're going to have demonstrations both on Thursday, June 19th, and Sunday, June 22nd, Barbara Rose of Bean Tree Farm and John Slattery of Desert Tortoise Botanicals and Joe Allen of Air Viper Heirlooms. We're going to be talking about mesquites and also Palo Verde, the foothills and the blue Palo Verde seeds, collecting the ironwood seeds, which is a really exciting crop. You can eat it at edamame stage, you can eat it as a flower, you can eat it as a dried plant, you can sprout it, you can roast it. You have a lot of experience with that, Brad.
Well, the great thing is these are all just native bean trees. So the desert ironwood you can consider the peanut tree, because the seeds, once mature, taste like peanuts. And when they're green, it's more like edamame. And same thing with the Palo Verde. When they're green, you can eat that like edamame. And then once it matures out, you can blanch it, grind it, and it tastes like corn meal. Or you can sprout it out. So the great thing is we've got the Palo Verde, the ironwood, the mesquite, these 3 bean trees, and they don't require irrigation, so we're not depleting our groundwater table, and they're just waiting for us to harvest.
And so we were talking about harvesting before the rains hit, somewhat June 24th, give or take. So what happens when the rain does come? Are you done harvesting? You can't pick anything more? Are they ruined?
Right. Yeah, we'll switch to planting, rain and planting these seeds, because these seeds are maturing right at this time of year, because that's when they're getting ready to be watered and planted. So we're going to switch from harvesting once the rains come. Switch from harvesting to planting.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Very cool. Okay, so now we have our pods and the seeds are inside. Do you remove the seeds from the pods, or do you grind the whole thing together? I mean, I'm pretty new at this, so.
Yeah, so what you're mostly eating is the fleshy part around the seeds, on the inside of the pod around each seed. It's great, starchy, super sweet. Yeah, sweet.
Sweet?
Oh. Sweet and tasty, and super nutritious, super good for you.
And what are these guys right here?
Oh, so these are made with the native acorns that we collect in a little higher elevation. That is a crop that might be harvested a little later into the summer. And so this is a pecan meal and acorn meal crackers with a little bit of barrel cactus and salt and pepper and rosemary on there.
You want to try one of these?
Barrel cactus seeds. Barrel cactus seeds.
I was like, ow.
Oh, they're not. I thought they'd be crunchy.
Those are quite delicious.
It's almost like a flatbread.
Yeah, they are.
I love that.
I'm actually kind of impressed by these.
I'm very impressed. Thank you so much.
Thank you guys very much for joining us today. You have opened my eyes to a whole new world. Those are really good.
And You can check the website for desertharvesters.org for the times and informations for our events on June 19th and June 22nd.
Perfect.
Excellent.
Thank you guys so much again. And just like she mentioned, there are 2 days for these events coming up on the 19th and the 22nd. To learn what's happening on each of the days, just go online to desertharvesters.org.
Still ahead on the Morning Blend, we'll help you justify your next vacation.
Plus, we'll tell you what movie is worth buying and which one is worth just waiting for Redbox. That's right after this.